Snape. Well, I look like Professor Snape. Hold on, look. Ready your wands.
Hello, welcome back to Chat About It, Don't Shout About It with me, Rachel, the Queen of the Woke, as crowned by one of my haters. Don't forget to subscribe. Around 95% of you are not subscribed to my channel. What are you doing? Get subscribing. It'd be great to have you here. Thank you to everyone who has joined me already. Let's have a look at TikTok's reaction to the potential casting of Papa Asidu in the role of Professor Severus Snape in the upcoming HBO series of Harry Potter. You guys all know my thoughts and stance on it. I don't think it should happen. Snape has skin descriptors within the book. We've been promised much more diverse casting with this particular series. It is law in the UK to acknowledge diversity in the workplace. However, that doesn't actually mean that we should just go willy-nilly, let's just do this for the sake of doing it, because that can be seen as a form of discrimination and it may not necessarily mean the best person for the job. Now, that's nothing against Papa Asidu. I actually think he's a very fine actor, even though we've got places like the Mary Sue who say that the representation is not enough within the Harry Potter series, even though J.K. Rowling wrote this book in the 90s and the demographic for black people was a lot less than it is today. In actual fact, I actually think that the percentage in the Harry Potter books is a fair bit higher, but what do I know? So let's not beat around the bush, let's get into those TikToks. Whilst I was trawling the TikTok algorithm, there was a lot of weird Professor Snape AI stuff. It was very strange. So there were not many TikToks on this rumor. I actually thought there would be more given the fact that it is TikTok and TikTok does react to things like that, but not as much as I thought there was going to be. I've got 4 TikToks. One is for it, one is mixed, one is having a debate with her husband, and the other is absolutely not at all. Okay, so we're going to start with the one who is 100% for it.
If this is legit and he does get the role of Severus Snape in the Harry Potter TV series, it's going to be the Astrid situation all over again, where you got white people mad that minorities are in their fantasy stories. Honestly, there's a lot of people out there that really don't know how casting works but like to pretend that they do. Sometimes people just get cast in a role because they fit the character perfectly, even though they don't look like them.
So, hello, nice to meet you. My name's Rachel. I know how casting works. So there are some circumstances where maybe the actor is absolutely phenomenal that they don't 100% go with what's written in the books. Now, I would say that Alan Rickman, phenomenal actor. Would he be the person that I would have actually imagined as Snape visually? No, but they made him up to look as close as possible. And what we got with him was a fine, subtle performance that was dark, it was mysterious, it was greasy, it was slimy, he was not a very likable character at all, which is Snape in the books. To a T. He did it extremely well, but they had to make him up to look like Snape and meet their vision, which would have been Chris Columbus's vision and the production team at the time. Now, just because Papa Asidu is an absolutely fine actor, and I'm sure he would be an actor that could potentially really want to get his teeth into the role of Severus Snape, it doesn't mean that just because he doesn't look like the character, he should still get the role. So when you put out a casting call, it is with a specific look in mind. Generally, every single casting call that I have received has received some sort of visual breakdown. They want short hair, they want long hair, they want coloured hair, they want brown eyes, they want blue eyes. It's quite specific sometimes. So they do go out looking for a particular vision. And with Snape, Snape has skin descriptors in the book. He is pallid, he is sallow-skinned, he is very pale, he is sour milk, none of which Papa Asidu actually represents, looks like. So unless they white face him up to actually look like Snape, I can't see him visually looking like Snape. And just because people are hating on the idea of a black man coming in and taking a very well descripted white man from the books and making it into a character for the TV series doesn't actually make people racist. You just jump to that conclusion because that's what you want to say. It's a rage bait, basically, this TikTok. This TikTok has got 499 likes, 2,051 comments, but for some reason I can't see how many views it's got. But let me just put it like this. I look forward to the day when we actually see a white Miles Morales, or perhaps a white Black Panther, or Robert Downey Jr. as Martin Luther King. Or why don't we just remake the colour purple and have everyone white? Let's see how that goes down.
Oh boy, the internet is... We just got news that Papa Asidu, I think I said that right, has been offered the role of Severus Snape, and I don't even have to explain why people are... but they are. He's a very talented actor. I've only seen him in Gangs of New York, so I'm not too familiar with his acting range. And even though I'm a big fan of trying new different things, I do question this one a little bit. Severus Snape is the best character in the Harry Potter books. I just don't see that Alan Rickman charm. You know, the way he speaks, it just grabs you and really throws you into this world. Yeah, it's questionable. I don't know, hopefully I'm wrong on that. But either way, let's try and be kind. Not like the Twitter threads that are below this. You already know Twitter's losing their shit over this, which is quite funny to look at. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm excited about that.
So it's got mixed feelings on that one. From what I've seen on Twitter, not many people are actually losing their SH1T. The meltdowns are because it's not meeting their vision and their imagination and what we have actually seen for over 10 years. We've got the books, we know the descriptors, and we've seen Alan Rickman do the role. People have a set vision in their heads. I can see why he's sitting on the fence, because he doesn't want to say anything bad that may insult Papa. Darling, I don't think you would be insulting Papa if you are actually totally against it. That's absolutely fine to be against it. Don't walk on eggshells just because you're worried about backlash.
I actually can't believe they did it. I feel so bad for him. Oh no, this is not good. Not because he's not a great actor. He's just check him out on YouTube doing Hamlet with the whole Basquiat thing going. He's really good. First of all, he's going to take so much a human being should not be able to withstand the amount this guy's getting. Mate, you think ITV Love Island therapists need to get on this guy's ass? Bruv, different level type therapists. Like, he's going to get so much hate. Okay, not only that, you're gonna give him, Snape is already supposed to be like this hated, villainous, bullying this little white boy, and then you're gonna give it to him, and you're putting him in the line of fire for plus, he's way too good looking. He should be serious. Give him a serious. That makes sense. Obviously, the last name Black. Okay, fairs, but not Snape. Not Snape. It just doesn't make sense for Snape. Listen, it's supposed to be actor over how they look, but
could Papa play Sirius Black? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I would also agree that he is actually way too good looking to play the role of Snape. But also, if you actually think about it, we do get a lot of context with Snape's character throughout the book. We see a lot. We know that there's more to Snape than meets the actual eye. We just don't know what it is. And then it's in the 5th book where Snape is teaching Harry occlumency, and he's teaching him in the dungeons, and there's a pensieve, and Snape has been removing his memories from his head and putting them into the pensieve. And the reason why he's doing that is because he's hiding certain things from his past to do with Harry's father and Sirius, things that could potentially embarrass Snape, things to do with his mother, and putting them into the pensieve and hiding them from Harry on purpose. Harry then dives into the pensieve and he sees a particular memory of his father, James, and Sirius bullying Severus Snape as a teenager. This is when we actually see that Snape had actually been right all along about his father, and Harry is shocked because Harry had built him up on this pedestal and he found out that his father wasn't on this pedestal as he should be. He was a typical teenage boy bullying because of Snape and how he looked, what he wore and things like that. Well, you switch that on its head and you cast Papa Acedo in the role or any other black actor within the role of Snape, and then it suddenly changes the context of what's actually going on and it becomes about racism. Lily never fell in love with Snape. Why? Because he was black. That's not the context of the book. That's not the story. If you've read the books, you would definitely know that Lily and Snape were best friends. And then Snape said something that he shouldn't have said and they fell out. So you would completely change the context of the story for Snape's background.
Is this needed? Now, I'm not a Harry Potter stan at all, but I do have an opinion whereby I just think it's not needed. It's not needed. I feel like the character is white. It's okay for the character to stay white. In this current climate, he's going to receive a lot of abuse. I just don't think it's worth it.
Something that I actually forgot to say with the last TikTok. Yes, it is potential that Papa could actually receive a lot of hate for this. I'm not saying that it will. He would have to provide receipts if he does. I'm not saying that people like Rachel Zegler or Amanda Stenberg didn't get any hate either, but you still got to provide the receipts if you get it.
My husband has a different view, as he always does. Go on, Latif.
Do you know what, yeah? Before, I would always be on the stance of, nah, you know what? Keep everything the same. Like, you know me already. I'm a big James Bond fan, innit?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, we know.
In terms of when people were saying make James Bond black, I didn't want that personally.
Yeah, yeah.
Because for me, there's no need.
Yeah, James Bond. He's white. Yeah,
It's like
fine.
So it's like now doing a Harry Potter. We all know and love Harry Potter as a white boy that wears glasses. That's what we know and love.
Yeah, yeah.
To change that is unnecessary.
Well, it's not Harry Potter himself, it's Snape.
Yeah, I get it, but I'm just using that as an example. I'm just saying it doesn't need to happen. You know, sometimes certain things if they need to happen, then it's fine. But then at the same time, you took Ez to go and watch The Snowman the other day.
Yeah.
You told me that he had the best time, that he was sitting up and he was standing up, and he was dancing and getting involved. And then after you told me that the snowman, the little boy, was
in
black.
the theatre, yeah.
In the theatre was black. And my thought is, when I thought about that, on a normal day, would Ez have had the best time if that boy wasn't black? If he didn't see himself in that little boy, would he have got up and had the same amount of fun?
I would say that most likely he would have had fun, for sure. But I don't know their child, but from my experience, children go to the cinema, they don't think about skin colour. They just go and they have a great time.
But it will always be, Snowman will always be memorable to you because of what you know, but it's now going to be memorable to Ez because of what he's seen.
Yeah, no, I understand representation matters, and to him, to Ezekiel now, him watching the snowman in the theatre and the main character being black, that's fine. I completely agree with that. I just don't see the point of change. Like, I don't see the point of changing it.
Yeah, but the point of change is now that Ez is you are never gonna forget the snowman how you remember it.
Yeah, so...
And I will never forget it how I remember it as the white boy. Ez will remember it differently, and it will resonate with him differently.
But why do you need to change it? But why do you need to change? Why can we not just create our own stuff that he can go and be comfortable and be represented? Like, what? I honestly don't think it needs to be changed. If it's just the way it is and it's fine, then cool.
She's just said what I've been saying all along. Just write new stuff. Why do you need to change something that is already working? Because Mary Sue cried about it?
Maybe I'm being harsh. Maybe it's like, okay, like, come on, like, everybody's progressed and stuff like that. But if you're a true fan like you, you're a true fan, you don't want James Bond to be changed. People don't want Snake to be changed. I think they have their right. Like, I'm black and I don't want it to be changed. And that's okay.
Yeah, of course, but I just think at the same time, we need to evolve stuff. We need to, it's going to be done and it has to be done. Like, as much as we don't want it because we like what we like, we love what we love, but these things are going to happen. Like, the people that are in charge of certain things are different now.
Yeah.
So they might want to put a different spin on it, and the way people's mind work is completely different. Look at us two now. We have two different point of view. So everyone's kind of ideologies and stuff like that is different. If I was in charge of this, I would change this and do this.
Wait. But I think for this specific, the way everything is looking in the media right now, I just think he's really just setting himself up for a lot of and hate online. We know what people are like now. Do you know what I mean? It's been a certain way for forever. The books, the movies, and now they're doing a spin-off and it's different. It's like, what?
But do you know what it is?
What's the point?
Do you know what it is? And what I've realised now, you have to remember, some opportunities are too big to turn down.
Fair enough.
Harry Potter is too big to ever say no to. Harry Potter, he might have been a fan when he was young watching it, to now be starring in it. It's too big to say no. You're crazy to say no to that.
I think sometimes the whole notion of inclusivity, it does get a bit techie.
She's absolutely right. We should actually keep it as it is. It shouldn't be changed. Bridgerton is not what I would actually call conducively representative to the times historically for the Regency era, but they made it new. So because they made it new, they could perhaps play around with some of the historical accuracy, I guess you could say, and make it a little bit different. And people took to it. Why did they take to it? Well, because it was fun and things were not being changed for the sake of changing things. But this man doesn't want James Bond to be changed, yet it's okay for Snape to be changed. Yes, Papa Asidu may have actually read the books. He may be a huge fan of the books, but I've said it before. We've got Kingsley, we've got Dean, there's Blaze Zabini, there's all these characters within the books that will be played by black people because they are black, and they will not be changed, because if they are changed, that would be racist. Now, maybe because we are going down the diverse route, we could look at actually changing other characters to actually meet the diversity quota, but not ones that have actual skin descriptors where you know within the books that they are within the canon and they are white. This wouldn't happen for things like Black Panther, it wouldn't happen for something like Miles Morales, and it wouldn't happen for historical characters like Martin Luther King, Rosa, whoever you want. Rosa Parks, by the way, I meant, okay? It's just because I've had to watch Doctor Who Rosa recently. But what do you think of those TikToks? Chat about it, don't shout about it. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.